Hey, it's Marko here from Fair Realty with your Victoria real estate market review for the year 2022. If you're looking for predictions for 2023, I already made a separate video for that a few days ago. This is purely a review of one of the craziest years ever in the Victoria real estate market. So let's get started. Sales. We ended 2022 with 6,804 sales. That is down 32% from the year before, 2021. We had over 10,000 sales. The last time we had sales in the 6,000s was 2014 at 6,698 sales. So it's been a while since we've had sales this slow. Sales volume, we were down to 6.8 billion for all the transactions combined. This was down 24% from 9 billion in 2021. 6.8 billion, it's actually the second highest all-time sales volume in terms of dollars on record. And why did the dollar sales volume only dropped 24% while the actual sales dropped 32%? That's because the average sale was at a higher price point for the average for the entire year, and I'll get into this a bit later. Inventory. We started the year at record low inventories. Inventory climbed throughout the year as the Bank of Canada started increasing interest rates and cheap money was no longer available. Sales dropped. Inventory started climbing. Every time the Bank of Canada did an increase, it was like pouring cold water onto the market. That being said, I thought that inventory would climb higher in the fall. I thought there would be more sellers that would be forced to sell due to interest rates. That wasn't the case. The inventory climbed throughout the fall, but it didn't even get to a 5-year or 10-year average. We ended the year at 1,688 active listings. This is up from 652 last December, or December 2021. So it's up 159%. But when you look at long-term trends, inventory is still not that high, and it did not climb as fast as I personally thought it would. I think things are going to change heading into 2023. I think we are finally going to see inventory go up. I think after many years, I think we will see over 3,000 active listings probably by May is my best guess. But who knows? I was wrong about this fall. I could be wrong about spring 2023. New listings. So for the year, we ended up with 12,500 new listings. This is completely in line with the last 6 years. So the last 6 years, we've actually had new listings between 12,200 and 12,800 all 6 years. It's been a very tight number for new listings over the last few years. We actually had more new listings back in the early 90s, 30 years ago. So I don't know why this trend of new listings not really even keeping pace with the increasing supply, increasing population. Maybe people are staying in their homes longer. I don't know, but I thought also new listings would increase in the fall and we'd probably be over 13,000 new listings, and not the case. New listings for the year, 12,500, completely in line with the last 6 years. So let's get to the most interesting part, prices, and this is going to be really confusing. For the year, single family home median, we ended at 1.18 million. This is up from 2021 at 1,050,000. The average, we ended the year at 1,333,000. This is up from the year before at 1,206,000. So if you look at the average single family home prices for 2022, they went up 10.52%. Once again, this is really misleading. Condos, same thing. Condos went up 14.3%. So condos on average performed better for the year. For example, the median, we ended 2022 at 580,000, and 2021 it was at 495,000. Why are these numbers extremely misleading? It's because we had a very high peak at the beginning of the year. The market was extremely hot. The prices were very high, and then they trended down throughout the year. But the average still ended up being very high because a lot of the sales volume was also earlier in the year at very, very high prices. So this is a much better way of looking at last year than the average prices compared to the year before. I would look at it, for example, single family homes. In January, the median, which is my favorite metric, in January of 2022, the single family home median was 1,200,000. 252,500. It peaked in March of 2022 at 1,310,000, and we ended the year at 1,050,000 for December. So you can see the prices in January and at the peak were very high, much lower to end the year. So even though the average is higher than 2021, we ended prices actually lower than the average of 2021 and certainly well below what they were in 2021. At the end of 2021. Condos, same thing. This is a much better way of looking at it. Even though they were up 14% compared to the year before. We started January at a median of 603,000. We peaked in February at 620,000, and we ended December 2022 at 510,000. So we basically had a giant roller coaster. Prices came in super hot into 2022. As interest rates went up, prices went down. What happens going forward? Who knows? But 2022 is going to stay on record as one of the most interesting years ever in the Victoria real estate market.